Hey everybody, it's the old sports editor Ronnie Gallagher, and we're here for another edition of the Sundrop pregame show. Now we're out here at Salisbury High School tonight for their big county matchup between Carson and the Hornets. Now the blue skies are shining, the people are filling up the stands, the fields, it looks like it's in pretty good shape, but it wasn't like that at 10 a.m. this morning. It was raining hard. I got a report there was 3 3/4 inches fell on Rowan County, and it canceled one game. East Rowan was going to host West Iredale. That's now going to be at 6 o'clock on Monday. North Rowan was going way off to East Montgomery, where they got a lot of rain. That's been postponed till Monday at 7. And A.L. Brown postponed their home game against Central Cabarrus till tomorrow night at 7. So the games we've got going on in the county tonight are two county rivalry games. We have West is down at South and Carson here at Salisbury. You know, Carson is the last team to beat Salisbury last year on their way to the state championship. They won 10 straight games after they lost to the Cougars 42-27. And you know Joe Pena's going to have them fired up for this game. And Mark Woody, he takes everything in stride. He knows his boys are going to be playing hard on both sides of the ball. So we're going to go out and talk to both coaches. We're going to go in that locker room and listen to the best pregame speech around with Joe Pena. And we're going to be drinking Sundrop because it's getting hot out here. So we'll be back in a moment. Here comes Ben Hampton marching out the Carson offense, led by Austin McNeil, the quarterback, number 7. They're 4-1, the best record in Rowan County. Dominique Dismuke, 22. Justin Ruffin, 44. They're leading the running backs out. Dominique Dismuke was last week's Friday night hero. He scored 3 touchdowns last week in a 56-0 win over Atkins. Okay, well, we found one little fan out here from Carson. Now, this is Jace Peeler. Now, what have you heard about this game between Salisbury and Carson?
They said they're going to kill us, but I don't think so.
Who do you think is going to win this game?
Carson.
By how much?
Like 80-0.
80-0. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's two good friends, Joe Pena and Mark Woody together. At least I think they're friends. Get back to me after the game. Okay, we're here with Mark Woody, the head coach at Carson. Now, last time he was on the pregame show, I gave you a diet Sundrop, and you made some comment. Was I trying to tell you something? Well, see, I brought you a regular Sundrop this time.
Some leaded time.
That's right. So some leaded stuff, some good stuff. Now to the game. You know, you played in Salisbury. Your kids are out here. You're the last team to beat them last year on their way to the championship. Well, what kind of mindset your team got tonight?
Well, we've had a good week of practice, even with the weather, and the kids are excited, ready to go. And we like playing big games and against good people. And Salisbury's definitely a good team, so we like playing teams like this.
Yeah, I don't know that the field's in good shape. You know, it did rain a lot today. Do you think it's going to slow anybody down?
I hope it slows them down, not us. But it's one of those things. It is. The field's in great shape, and we're ready to roll.
Now, tell me, you and Joe Pena, y'all coach together. You gonna tell me about that?
Yeah, I've got a lot of dirt on him here, but he's probably got more on me. But no, we coached together with Mike Carter back in 96, 97 at Mooresville High School, and he's a great coach, and I learned a lot from him, and he's a good person. Yeah. Now,
how about your team? Is your team really clicking right now?
I like to say that. We still have a few things we're trying to iron out. We hopefully, when kickoff comes tonight, we can start clicking, and that sure help the cause.
Well, that's Mark Woody, and we'll see him next week. Okay, we're here with Joe Pena, the Salisbury coach. You know, Joe, it rained hard this morning. Did you ever think about calling this game?
Sure, no. You play football on Friday night. That's what you're supposed to do. And if we can all play on our field, we're going to play. We don't want to tear it up, obviously, and we don't want to risk anybody getting hurt, but. You're supposed to play pro football on Sunday, maybe one on Monday. You're supposed to play college football on Saturday, and they've already messed that up by playing Thursday and Friday. And you're supposed to play high school ball on Friday and JV on Thursday, and you're supposed to play middle school guys on Wednesday. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Now the other coach on the other side of the field is Mark Woody. Now, I know you've coached together. You want to tell me about that?
Mark is a great football coach, great technician, great motivator. I think he's done a great job over there. I kid him about the story at Charlotte Catholic where the girl put the water bottles in behind him, caused him to turn a flip in the middle of the game. But he may have had knee surgery after that. But Mark and I are good friends. I hope it always stays that way. I tried, and matter of fact, a lot of people don't know this. He was one of the 3 I tried to bring with me when I first came to Salisbury. So, I think a lot of Mark, and I think he's a great football coach.
Now, as far as Salisbury and Carson, y'all got to get a little rivalry going, especially after that they beat you last year, your last loss of last year before you won the state championship. So So how fired up are you going to have this team?
Well, we're hoping our last loss for winning state championship this year was West Rowan, but we don't like losing anywhere in the county, whether it be East Rowan, West Rowan, South Rowan, Carson, North. It doesn't matter, but we felt like we were a little bit better football team last year, and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. And they had a good running back, and so be it.
What kind of a game are you expecting tonight?
I expect them to line up and try to jam it down our throat and then try to contain us and see if they can win the ball game that way. And what we got to do is out-quick them a little bit, and I think we can.
Well, speaking of that, he was saying that maybe the wet field might slow the Hornets down.
Field ain't wet or we wouldn't be playing.
There you go. So that's Joe Pinion from Salisbury High.
We talked just about all week, man, about, I don't know if the word really came out, but the whole attitude was revenge. I want you to be real careful. If you play a game with revenge on your mind, sometimes you lose sight and focus of what you're really playing for. So there's another word in there that you ought to use. Not so much playing for revenge, but playing for respect. Playing for respect. They in no way have shown you any respect. They beat us one time in 5 tries? In a scrimmage when they didn't want to play us, we had to make up penalties so they could get the ball back. Yet they don't want to respect us. And the more I thought about it, it wasn't so much that they had one cat run for 300 yards and made a big deal out of it. It wasn't so much that we kind of laid the ball down and had some mistakes in there that cost us the game. It wasn't so much that they won the game as it was we lost the game. And we've lived with it now for a year. And now we get to bring a close to the first season with the biggest statement that we can possibly make. Oh yeah, it'd have been a big statement if we'd won a couple weeks ago when West Rowan was in here. But man, this is the big statement. This is one of those 3 losses on the schedule from last year. Now, is it the same team? No, and this isn't the same team. But it's still a loss to this program. And this program, theirs may change. Ours does not change. Ours does not change because we have respect. As I heard the coaches out there talking about how you're going to be able to play for the other guy. Are you going to be able? Can you play beside that guy? Can you pick him up when you have to? Let's go back into August. You remember the sign at Appalachian? What are you willing to give up? The question's in front of you now. We got a battle for respect, and it's going to take, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to give up tonight? Are you willing to sell yourself out for the guy that's lined up in black beside you? Are you willing to sell out on every single play to the guy who's wearing the black jersey beside you? Do you have his respect? Do you have your coach's respect? Do you have the respect for the game? You know why you don't have respect from them? Because every day you walk out of here and you slap that sign that says play like a champion today. They don't know you as a champion. They beat your tail before you were a champion. They don't understand what a champion is. They don't respect you. They don't know you. They don't have any respect for you being a champion at all. Tonight, by God, they find out what a champion's really all about. We're going to stick this thing so far up their rear end, we're going to waggle around, we're going to walk all over their tail. Look how big that is! Best corner in the county. BJ. That's what they say.
You know, you never think that Joe Pinion could come up with another good pregame speech, but he always does. And he has his team fired up for the Carson Cougars because of what happened last year, them losing 42-27. So let's go out here and watch the game and see who wins. And go to a game every Friday night, folks, and be nice and always drink your Sun Drop. Buy it. Drink it. Love it. Until next week, this is Ronnie Gallagher. Go to a game.